Brace yourself, chums, this might never happen. Absolutely. We're talking, of course, about the latest, well, some people might say debacle surrounding the career of Meghan Markle. You see, ever since she quit the British monarchy, clearly she thought, oh, the world was her oyster and whatever she did was going to be very, very interesting. Now, what's interesting about this is that Meghan still believes in her own mind that it's never her fault. And, I have to say, having worked with people like this for many years, I kind of get that. When you work with those micro celebrities, it's never their fault why the singles are not a success, or the album, or the film, or the book. It's always somebody else's, because if they'd have listened to them, it would have been a success. You get the picture. Now, what's interesting here is that Meghan, apparently, even she's now conceding to the fact that this may never happen, or indeed at least be some time way off. Let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you. Thank you so much as ever for joining me. And by the way, I'm glad you enjoyed the story about the West End diva, Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, there's a rhyming slang for you, isn't it? We'll have a lovely Weaver. You all right? Thank you so much as ever for your time. I mean, it's a strange thing, isn't it, with all of these people that try and disrupt our nights out, particularly when you've paid a fortune. You know what I'm saying? Just so annoying. But, of course, that's the situation. They try and get in, they've paid their money, and then they're going to disrupt it for you. If that happened to me, I'd personally drag them off the stage. But yes, if you haven't seen it, check the video out. It is fun, and it tells you exactly what can go wrong when they think everything's going so right. It's a little bit like this particular story. I told you the other day that there's problems now, obviously, for Meghan Markle and her plans to become a podcasting queen. Now, it's a funny thing, podcasting, as I've said, because it's not expensive to do. Really, the hard work comes down to the fact that you have to have content. You and I are the audience, so what we like, it can be anything, can't it? It can be a conversation with two people, it can be an old film, but it has to engage us because we're interested in that topic. You get the picture. Now, moving forward, you see, Meghan, as you know, moved to this very much smaller company with a very much less budget. They took a chance as well by reissuing her archetypes from Spotify, and it literally did no business at all. Warning signs there. Delayed, of course, for the first series with Lemonada, and now, according to a very well-placed source, literally inside that podcasting world, well, they are sort of working to the proviso that this may never, ever see the light of day. These are the people, of course, that apparently are going to be working alongside Meghan to try and develop this content. You see, part of the problem, again, with Meghan is the fact that she believes that her ideas for content are miraculous and that everybody would like them. It's about commerciability, marketability, and whether you can engage with an audience. Now, what people really want to know are inspiring stories, maybe moments of history, people that have touched people's lives, great moments of bravery, things like that. Meghan wants to come along with this wokeratory nosh that nobody's really interested in, and she tried it before and basically talked over people and basically couldn't be bothered to listen to their story other than getting a point over about being a briefcase girl in Deal or No Deal and stuff like that. This time around, it has to make money because clearly they need to cover their costs. That's the bigger problem. So for the company Lemonada, if they have to walk away, well, they've got a lot of publicity out of it for virtually nothing so far, but no content either. But as ever, in Meghan's world, if it disappears, it won't be her fault, will it? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.